Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Martin Dreyfuss Show. And today, I got some unfortunate news to share with you about this series. It's not going anywhere. However, I just ended recording this first season recap, and it appears to not have saved anywhere on my computer. Kind of breaking my heart a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. So, real quick, I'm going to give you a rundown of what happened in the first season. Give you a whole run through of what I saw, what to expect, why we are at the point we are. Then I'm obviously going to upload this. You're watching this right now. Thank you so much. And then we are going to upload the off-season part 2 video today. Because I don't have a long video I can upload for you, and I do apologize about that unless I record that. So I want to make sure I can at least give you some level of content. So, obviously, we can kind of go in a backwards fashion. The Seahawks beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's number one. Travarius Ward won the Super Bowl MVP. Your actual MVP was Patrick Mahomes, Patriots Coach of the Year. Obviously, Bill Belichick, not Griffin Murphy. Mahomes won Offensive Player of the Year as well. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year. Kadon Slavis won the totality of Offensive Rookie of the Year. Even though Isaiah Spiller won it in the AFC. Shout out to our running back. And Defensive Rookie of the Year was Kayvon Thibodeau. And our cornerback also made that as well. Olam did make the list for that. Going forward, the next thing that we will recap is just kind of how everybody did this year. And then we'll go into the team as a whole. I got a lot of opinions about how our team did. But first things first, second-year quarterback Zach Wilson had a better year. Zach Wilson also had a much better offensive line. And from the few games that we watched together, but you unfortunately will not be able to watch, he would just take too much time in the pocket. He would just stand there for like 7 seconds and get hit. But he did have almost a 4,500-yard passing season on 64% completion, 29 touchdowns, and 11 picks this year, and almost 100 QBR. So, overall, really good. He did take 53 sacks, but like I said, a lot of that blame does go to him. It does go to him. Our running backs we didn't run the ball nearly as much as we should. Most teams run the ball 400 to 500 times. We ran the ball about 350 total times. But Michael Carter and Isaiah Spiller did combine for over 1,000 yards combined this year. As they get more attempts and they progress, they'll do better. But they overall had a really solid year for the second-year running back and the Offensive Rookie of the Year and second string, who will now probably become our first-string running back, Isaiah Spiller. In the receiving slot, Godwin didn't hit 1,000 only because he missed the first few weeks of the season, 4 to 6. I can't remember the exact number. Well, I can tell you. Actually, he only missed the first 2 weeks. I lied. But he was close to 1,000 yards. He had 7 touchdowns. Corey Davis had 5 touchdowns, was a little bit closer to 1,000, and Tyler Boyd was our only 1,000-yard receiver. Evan Ingram, although he had 700 yards, he was disappointing in my opinion, as he only had 4 touchdowns. So we are going to look to do a little bit better there. Isaiah Spiller also had 34 catches for 230 yards there. Overall, our offensive line was really good, and I know the 22 sacks allowed by Mekhi Becton doesn't really show that, but when I tell you the 3 or 4 games that we actually sat down and watched first drives and all the important drives of the game, Zach Wilson would spend so long, and they would block well for 6 seconds, enough time to go through 3 reads and scramble, and he would still be in the pocket and get hit. So I can't really blame them. Our defense was incredible. We got lucky keeping C.J. Mosley. As you guys know, I didn't want to. But he led the team in tackles and tied for the most tackles for loss, along with John Franklin Myers and Quinnen Williams. Carl Lawson was a monster this year with 16.5 sacks. The rest of the team kind of just came together to do their thing, but Carl Lawson showed up and showed out this year. Our secondary didn't really get a lot of turnovers, as you can tell, which is a little bit unfortunate. So there is that. Forced fumbles, same thing. We just didn't have a lot of turnovers as a team. Something I would like to find some playmakers to do a little bit better. Maybe find that safety to really go make one of those plays. Dustin Hopkins, I didn't really get a look at his stuff, actually. He missed 4 extra points. Had 3 field goals blocked. Missed 2 field goals from up to 39 yards. Or wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's not great. That's not great. That is not great. Alam did decent on his kick return. Spiller did too. I'd like them to keep progressing. And Jabril Peppers was there. So there's that. So, getting into how the team did, real quick before I tell you, go ahead and comment down below if you haven't seen it with me scrolling through. Be honest. How you think our team did for record this year? If you guessed 7-10, you are correct. Now, on the surface, that's not that bad, but I want to walk you through the season because as we go into the off season, I'm thinking about making the decision of firing our coach. And on the base record of 7-10, you know, one wouldn't do that to Robert Saleh next year. But we lost to the Bills and the Dolphins up front. We were running really what Saleh was kind of running this year more so than what Madden was telling us, a spread offense. But it wasn't working. Zach Wilson was throwing the ball 50 times a game, and we just weren't running the ball. I can just show you one example here. Zach Wilson had a 52 QBR, 324 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks on 48% completion of 50 attempts. And we only ran the ball 7 times with Michael Carter. That's it. 1 time with Zach Wilson. So after week 2, we changed to a vertical zone run scheme. Still given that ability to move down the field when we want to, but gives us more opportunity to run. And we came out, we beat the Patriots in a major game. Lost to the Vikings. We're 1-3. Season's not looking great. 2-3 against the Bears. Not good, right? Season starting off a little slow. We're struggling, especially after we lose to the Bills, and now we're 2-4. But we have a monster win against the Broncos here. A monster win. And this is when my anger with Robert Saleh came. At this point, going into week 8 of this season, the New York Jets are 3-4. The Patriots and I believe the Bills are 4-3, and the Dolphins are also 3-4. I might have mixed up the Bills and the Dolphins, but that is irrelevant to the end point. We're going through this game. There's no score through the half. Overall, just a defensive showdown. But we hit a 52-yard, I believe. Maybe it was 49. 52 or 49-yard field goal to go up 3-0. Our defense plays fantastic. Eventually, I believe we had a turnover at midfield twice. Our defense stopped them once. The second time, Patriots kick a field goal. Tied game. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. 3 timeouts. First of all, Robert Saleh doesn't call any timeout until 17 seconds left in the game. I showed multiple times in the video that I can't show you that I can't call timeouts. It's on Saleh. We get to midfield with 17 seconds, call a couple timeouts, we miss a 58-yard field goal, and we go to overtime. Our defense stops them on the first drive. We get the ball. We drive down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Zach Wilson takes back-to-back 15-yard sacks from the shotgun. I'm mad at Robert Saleh because why are we taking shotgun snaps from the 20-yard line when a field goal wins? Mostly because when regulation ended, we attempted that field goal with 9 seconds left and another timeout. And we could have easily ran another play and called a timeout and had a better shot to win the game then. So after this game, as a team, we were 3-5, and the Patriots were 5-3, and we pretty much lost hope through the season. That was pretty much it. So I was very upset with his decision making after this point. We did go beat the Lions, and we beat the eventual Super Bowl champions, the Seahawks, which was incredible, before we went into our bye week. After our bye week, the division was a little bit close, but we had a really tough schedule. We lost to the Packers, we beat the Dolphins, we lost to the Ravens, we lost to the Browns, we lost to the Bengals, and the Steelers. And based on that, we were 7-10. And I'm just not overall able to identify a part of the team where I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. Zach Wilson had 4 of his 11 interceptions in the first 2 weeks of the season. He threw 7 interceptions through the last 15 weeks of the season. Our running backs aren't changing. They did a good job, and we didn't give them enough attempts throughout the season. Our defense was top, I believe, 5 in the league. We're going to double check really quick, but I'm pretty sure although our offense ranked bottom 20, it was like 24th, I'm pretty sure our defense was top 5 in the league. Our offense was 25th, and our defense was 4th. I'd like a little more turnovers, but overall, the only spot I think I can blame is Robert Saleh. So with that being said, I do apologize again about not being able to give you the full first season of this rebuild. It breaks my heart because, man, y'all deserve the full season. I mean, we worked so hard to put together this team. We had a whole hour-long video. But I hope this gives it some justice. And I hope you tune into the next off-season video because that's coming out tomorrow. And then the next season video will be coming out the next day. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning into the Martin Dreyfuss Show. I'm out.